Here we go. So we have this quadrilateral. Select the conditions which alone guarantee that figure ABCD is a parallelogram. So we need to know the properties. Let's start with the first one. EH is congruent to GH. EH is congruent to GH. All right, so far so good. Diagonals bisect each other. Let's start with the second part. EH, oh, we're doing this part again. EH is congruent to FH. And that's it. Not enough, right? Not enough information. We're not talking about the whole thing. We're missing this part. So we're not talking about diagonals. Therefore, that's not right. Okay, so that doesn't work out. I thought it was going to be diagonals bisect each other, but it's not. Next, DF and GE bisect each other. All right, so let's see. DF and GE. Okay, so this is the one. Diagonals bisect each other. So that's right. Diagonals bisect each other. Next. Here we go. Next. DF is perpendicular to GE. That symbol is perpendicular. DF is perpendicular to GE. Is that a property to prove that these two are a parallelogram? Is that the quadrilateral is parallelogram? That's not a property. That's when you have a square. So, but this is not how to prove that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So that doesn't work at all. Next, angle EDG. EDG. So this angle on the top left is congruent to angle GFE. GFE, bottom right. Okay, so far that angle is congruent to the opposite angle. Great. Next, angle DEF. DEF, bottom left, is congruent to angle FGD. FGD, top right. So how do we call that? Opposite angles are congruent. Yes, that's a property. So this one is great. Oh, I just messed it up. Next. Change the color of this thing, the eraser. Next, let's clean this out a little bit. All right. Next one. DF is parallel to FE. DF, where's the, I'm sorry, DG, the top arrow, because it's parallel to FE, the bottom. FE, those two are parallel. Great. DE is parallel to FG. So DE is the left. I use one arrow, so now let's use two. DE is parallel to FG, which is the right. How do we call that property? Opposite sides are parallel, so that's right. Okay, so we got three properties so far. Let's do the last one. DG, so let me erase those arrows, 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 arrows. Last one. DG is congruent to FE. DG is the top. Congruent to FE, the bottom. Congruent. One tick mark. DE is congruent to FG. DE, the left. 2 is congruent to FG. 2. What property is that? Opposite sides are congruent. And now we have those four properties that to prove that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. And that's my answer. Only those four properties.